Alright, you guys, so I did a video on StreamYard about weird histamine and gallbladder symptoms and issues, and for some reason the volume didn't work. I don't know why. I tried to fix it, couldn't, so now I'm going to talk about it again. Basically, people have weird histamine reactions to a lot of stuff, and they don't really recognize the symptoms, and people will do these diets because, well, let's keep it real, they want to lose weight, but then the rest of them who are very smart want to deal with their histamine. They develop more histamine issues for some reason, and I sort of theorized this in another video, that people are having some issues with the lack of fiber. And none of us know why, but it could be a prebiotic fiber that's the issue, that people are still needing to feed the microbes. But we don't know. Sirens, but soon it'll be quiet with my horse when I do my videos. I digress. So one of the weird things that you guys have to think about is, let's say with histamine, you're thinking like rashes and mucus and seasonal allergy symptoms, like, like red in the eyes, puffy, swelling. People get tired, they get headaches, they get heart palpitations, but they also might pee all night long or have aches, pains. But the peeing thing is very weird, right? And that's due to our bladder having histamine receptors on the bladder. And Carnivore yoga, Sarah, was talking about that with me, and I was like, yeah, that's a really interesting thing to bring up with the whole histamine. And people are peeing all that night long, and they think that it's because of drinking a lot of water, when it could be a histamine response to something that they ate. And some people might notice they might pee more or less. Now, people might be low in ADH, which is antidiuretic hormone, but they also might just be having a histamine extravaganza. That might be the problem. And these are the things you need to think about. Now, if it's a histamine issue, then you need diamine oxidase, and if it's a ADH antidiuretic hormone, then you might need glycine and a little bit of salt, especially before bed, and some water. The gallbladder is also a funky little organ there, and people are trying to do these lower carb, higher fat, keto or carnivore. Even if they're doing low carb, high fat, which is still involving carbohydrates, people are not recognizing the gallbladder symptoms, and there's many. There's middle of the stomach pain, there's the side pain, there's the nausea, or like I just can't eat another bite, or having an aversion to fat. It's the greasy floating stool, pale stool. Sometimes people get headaches from having gallbladder issues. Sometimes people will feel tired because the gallbladder is having to try to release this sludgy, thick bile salt. Some people are waking up. Another reason why people wake up is because the gallbladder is trying to release the bile into the small intestine. And this is commonly happening on these lower in carb, higher in fat diets, especially when we cut out, people are using carbohydrates to make them, or fiber to make them feel full. And then if they're doing high fat, then they're having this gallbladder issue, which then ox bile salts might help. It depends. You have to eat them halfway through a meal. I always say take that capsule, split it in half the first time you try ox bile, because it's pretty salty, and try lipase. If you don't have a gallbladder, your body can redirect where it's holding its in the biliary system, where it's holding the salts. And if you just have sludge, then you can work its way through. You can work through the sludge and have stones. There's cleanses to get rid of the stones or dissolve the stones. So there are things to think about. Yes, and glycine, I think, is another protein that people use to help dissolve the stones, and magnesium citrate. Citrate helps to dissolve stones. I hope this helps. Sorry for the volume freaking problem. I don't know what happened, but I'm doing this video on the quick. I just came back from the ranch. As you can see, I'm loving the horse life. It's completely changing everything. I'm so over cities. I don't even care anymore. With all this nonsense that's going on, a lot of people are just completely spoon feeding all the nonsense. They don't seem to get it, but I do. And I'm probably going to move soon. With that said, okay guys, if you want to learn more, go to stephanieperson.com. I have a course page where I go over all these subjects. You name it, I go over it. I don't care what the subject is. Your urine, which is quite interesting, the metabolites in the urine, the kidney function, the liver function, and the liver function in conjunction to the kidney and gallbladder, that whole biliary system, duct system. They're all connected. I was talking about that in the last video. But I digress. Have a lovely, lovely friggin' day if you're catching this on the replay. And I'm out because I'm chilling. It's still hot in California. I'm still loving my horse Thunder. If you want to learn more, you can also go to Stephanie Ketogenic, which is my Instagram, Stephanie the Business Person on my Facebook fan page. And if you want to sign up for the course, go to stephanieperson.com. And tonight, I think I'm going to open up my calendar. Yes. And I'm out. Peace. Because I got some energy. Someone's like, I missed the energy. The energy's still here. 53. Yes, 13 years. Going on 14. Solid keto. Carnivore. Avivore. And I'm out. Peace, guys.